This dashcam footage was submitted to Venezuelan police 3 days ago. The driver survived, barely. His face is still paralyzed on one side. In Venezuela, if you're driving alone at night and see a woman in white hitchhiking, do not stop. Even if she's injured, even if she's crying. Because if you're unfaithful, or even thinking about cheating, she already knows. And she's not asking for a ride, she's collecting. Last week, Carlos pulled over to help what he thought was an accident victim. White dress, long black hair, blood on her face. He unlocked the door. She got in, smiled, and her face started melting. Skin peeling off in strips, skull showing through. The scream that came out wasn't human. Carlos tried to open his door, wouldn't budge. Child locks activated. He didn't have child locks. She grabbed his face with both hands. Her fingers were ice cold, but worse, they were wet. Rotting flesh sliding off bone. She leaned in, whispered his wife's name, Maria, then his daughter's name, Sophia, names he never told anyone. Then she showed him his phone, text messages to his coworker Isabella. Can't stop thinking about you. Messages from 2 hours ago. Messages he thought he deleted. Her face started shifting. First Isabella's face, perfect copy. Then his wife Maria, exact same. Then both faces melting together. Skin dripping like wax. He tried to scream. No sound came out. She put her finger to his lips. Her finger went through his lips, into his mouth. He tasted dirt and decay. She pulled out his tongue, not ripping it, just holding it. Between two skeletal fingers, he felt every nerve. She whispered, "You were going to kiss her with this." Then she let go. Carlos grabbed the steering wheel, tried to honk the horn. She grabbed his wrist, bones cracked. He felt them snap. She smiled, teeth filed 2 points now. "Let me show you what betrayal feels like." She reached into her own chest, pulled out something black and writhing, a heart still beating, covered in maggots. She pressed it against his chest. It burned through his shirt, through his skin. He looked down, the heart was burrowing into him. He could feel it crawling under his ribs, replacing his own heart, beat by beat. His heart slowing, her heart taking over. She leaned back, straightened her white dress. "You'll feel what I felt now, forever. Every time you see your wife, every time you touch your daughter, you'll feel my grief, my rage, my endless drowning." The passenger door opened by itself. She stepped out, stood on the highway. Traffic passing through her. She was transparent now, fading, but her voice stayed inside his head. "I'm not leaving you, Carlos. I'm inside you now." Carlos woke up at dawn, engine still running, passenger door wide open. He looked in the mirror, his face was paralyzed, left side completely dead. But that's not the worst part. Police found white handprints burned into his dashboard. Forensics tested them. The handprints contained DNA, female, but the DNA was over 200 years old. Impossible. But here's where it gets fucked. Carlos's phone had 847 new photos, all taken while he was sleeping. For 3 months, every single night, different angles, close-ups of his face, his wife sleeping next to him, his daughter's bedroom door. She'd been in his house watching, waiting. The hospital examined him. The burns on his face weren't just burns. They were chemical like acid, but the chemical compound doesn't exist. One doctor said it's like something corrosive from inside a decomposing body. They found something else. Carlos's heartbeat was wrong. It wasn't his rhythm anymore. It was beating in sync with something else, something dead. Then the twist nobody expected. Carlos's wife Maria came to visit him. She saw the photos on his phone, the messages to Isabella. She didn't cry. She didn't scream. She smiled and said, "I know what you saw in that car. I've seen her too." Maria pulled up her sleeve. White handprint burned into her arm. From 6 months ago. She visited me first. Carlos. Showed me your messages, your late nights, your lies. I prayed for her to punish you, and she listened. La Sayona doesn't just hunt cheaters randomly. She's summoned by betrayed women. Through grief and rage, Maria had called her. Carlos wasn't a random victim. He was a requested target. In 1750, Casilda became La Sayona when she murdered her cheating husband. But the curse evolved. Now she's not just vengeful. She's a weapon, used by scorned women across Venezuela. Over 300 cases, all requested, all deserved. The men who survive, they're marked, forever seeing her face, forever feeling her heart inside them, forever drowning from the inside. If you're unfaithful in Venezuela, you're not just risking your relationship, you're risking a curse that never ends. Carlos is still alive, but he sees her everywhere. Every woman's face melts now. His wife, his daughter, strangers, all of them become her. If you made it this far, subscribe. Hit the like button, because if you're watching this in Venezuela and you've been unfaithful, she already knows, and she's coming.